But if you ever think of you and me, let me take you up to higher. Need you. Need you.
Your Excellency, the Thai Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press. Sawadika. Marhaba, good evening, and welcome to the first Middle East launch of Thailand's landmark development, the Ritz-Carlton Residences, Bangkok at Mahanakhon. It is our pleasure to introduce you to a truly unique lifestyle property in one of the world's most renowned cities in the world, as well as a lucrative investment opportunity, with tonight's theme being Own the Height of Luxury in Bangkok. My name is Hanan, and it is my pleasure to be your host here this evening. We have a wonderful evening planned ahead. We will not only enjoy the legendary hospitality of the Ritz-Carlton, but also share some of the attractions of the Kingdom of Thailand. We have speakers from the property developers behind Thailand's tallest building, some great entertainment, and of course, some fine dining. So, without further ado, it is my great honor to invite on stage our guest of honor tonight to launch this evening's proceedings. Please help me welcome warmly the Thai Ambassador to the United Arab Emirates, His Excellency, Mr. Warawut Chuwirat.
Mr. Sorapot, Mr. Askar Patel, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored to be here tonight and give the opening remarks. Thank you, PACT Development Corporation, for your kind invitations. I'm going to be very frank to you in my speech. PACE has asked me to convince you why it is a good idea to buy property in Thailand, especially one of theirs. This seemed a pretty simple job for me because since I arrived here in UAE 5 months ago, almost everybody I met told me about their wonderful experience in Thailand. The food, the weather, the friendliness of the people, the beaches, and the shopping malls. Many of them have visited Thailand several times, and many others say they plan to return. So there is definitely demand in the UAE for long-stay accommodation, at least from the leisure perspective. But certainly, that is not the only reason why you should make yourself a home in Bangkok. From economic perspective, I believe that Bangkok and Thailand equally attractive as one on the tourism side. We have all been told that Asia is the engine of global economic growth in the 21st century. But Thailand is not just the average of Asia. We are one of the standout economies. Despite the global economic slowdown last year, Thai GDP managed to grow by 5.7% in real terms. And it is expected to continue growing by around 5% this year, with export increasing by 10%. In the past 3 years, the stock exchange of Thailand's index has increased by a total of 65%, which makes it the world's fastest growing index in that period of time. Furthermore, Thailand has always achieved very good results in the World Bank ranking for ease of doing business. Currently, we rank number 18 in the world and number 6 in Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, please also allow me to remind you this. When the construction of the Mahanakhon building is finished in the year 2015, ASEAN will become an integrated economic community, which means one single market and production base. Bangkok and Thailand, with its excellent geographic location and well-developed logistics, will be the center of the market of 500 million people in the 10 fast-growing economies. I hope that was enough reason for you to look at Thailand, invest in Thailand, and find yourself a nice new home in the great destination. I will now conclude my speech with my congratulations to PACE for the excellent organization of this event, and I wish everyone a good time for the rest of this evening. Also, thanks to House of Hotels for this co-host for the event. Thank you.
Viva, when you kiss me, viva.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you are now eager to hear more about the Middle East launch of this prestigious skyscraper, which will stand at a magnificent 314 meters tall in the city of Bangkok, making it not only the tallest tower in Thailand, but also the most luxurious. It gives me great pleasure to welcome on stage to tell us more Chief Marketing Officer from Pace Development Corporation, Mr. Kipson Oslo Beck.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, media friends, Sawadee Kap. Good evening and thank you for joining us on this special occasion. On behalf of our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Sorapot Deshagraisi, Pace Development Corporation, House of Patels, and our brand partner, the Ritz-Carlton, it is indeed a privilege to share this evening with you the official Middle Eastern launch of the Ritz-Carlton Residences, Bangkok at Mahanakorn here tonight. Coming to Dubai, home of some of the world's most amazing architecture, the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, the landmark developments here are a testimony to the city's audacity, confidence, and vision. In Dubai, where the ordinary is extraordinary, it is fitting that we should begin our roadshow here as the first developer from Thailand to bring a Bangkok luxury development to the Middle East. We believe our development, called Mahanakorn, should be also described as extraordinary. Standing 314 meters tall, Mahanakorn will be Thailand's tallest building when completed, and reflects the confidence and optimism that we feel about our country, the Kingdom of Thailand, a feeling shared by many visitors and investors. Often called the Land of Smiles by some of the 22 million tourists that visit every year, Thailand is also the land of smiles for business people, with a strong economy and stock market, appreciating economy, currency, and a welcome environment for investors. As the second largest economy in the region, Thailand's business sector is developing rapidly and sustainably. Our capital city, Bangkok, features world-class infrastructure, excellent medical care, great people, a quality lifestyle, and wonderful cuisine. And it would be amiss of me not to mention that in Thailand we have some of the world's best golf courses, all within an easy drive of the city. That one's for you, Mr. Patel. Together, this makes Bangkok an outstanding location for investing, for visiting, working, living, and golfing. And with the upcoming AEC, Bangkok stands to further develop, which is why we bring you tonight the Ritz-Carlton Residences Bangkok at Mahanakorn. The Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company is committed to the finest personal services and an absolute devotion to the gold standards that have made the Ritz-Carlton a household brand for luxury globally. The Ritz-Carlton recognises that some of its most passionate guests desire an elevated lifestyle on a permanent basis. Understanding this desire, they designed the Ritz-Carlton Residences brand to help them achieve this lifestyle goal. The Residences offer access to the company's hallmark Ritz-Carlton service in the form of whole ownership private homes. Last year, 2012, marked 12 years of the success of the Ritz-Carlton Residences concept, with more than 25 properties under their management already. It is this extensive experience that enables the company to continue to enhance luxury living, elevating it to a higher art form with every residence property, including the Ritz-Carlton Residences Bangkok. The Ritz-Carlton Residences are defined by a sophisticated style, luxurious finishes, and of course, legendary service. We hope your experience this evening at the Ritz-Carlton Dubai, a beautiful property, will give you a feel for the sense of luxury, service, and attention to detail that the Ritz-Carlton brings to management of Ritz-Carlton residences the world over. All of us from Pace Development are honoured and privileged to be joining you tonight in the first unveiling of our Mahanakorn landmark here in the Middle East. Together with our partner, the House of Patels, we invite you to join us over the next 2 days for your own personal presentation to understand more about this unique investment opportunity. Thank you once again for coming this evening, and please enjoy yourself. Sawadee Kap.